Hey everybody. So it's Sunday, start of a fresh new week, and there's only a couple weeks left in the NHL season. So I wanted to look at the best games of the week for this week, the week of March 25th through March 31st. Some of these are games that involve teams in really tight playoff races. Some of these are games that are just good rivalry matchups, and some of these are both. So let's get right to the point. Best games of the week this week. Starting with today, 12:30 game of the week on NBC. Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. Both these teams are probably going to the playoffs, and it's just one of the best rivalries in hockey. It has been for the last quite a few years now. Anytime these two teams meet up, it's really, really fun to watch. So it's certainly one of the best games this week. Later on today, Nashville at Winnipeg. Both teams are pretty well set in a playoff spot, but still the best two teams in the Central Division. It's good when top teams like that meet up. So while there's no playoffs on the line with this game, it's still going to be a really good game, and it's two of the better teams in the league. So Nashville versus Winnipeg should be really good. Anaheim at Edmonton. This is a big game, especially for Anaheim, because last night Edmonton beat LA. So Anaheim's got a chance to jump LA in the standings here if they can pull out the win tonight. So this is a huge game playoff-wise, and their Pacific Division rivals. Edmonton's completely out of it, but Anaheim they have a lot to play for and really need those 2 points. So that should be a really good game and an important game. Tomorrow, Monday, only a couple. Colorado at Vegas. Last night Colorado beat Vegas at home in a overtime or shootout. I believe it was a 2-1 game. This is a big game for Colorado, who needs every point they can get, and obviously it's really difficult to go into Vegas and win. The Golden Knights have a tremendous record at home, so this is going to be a really good game. It's a really big game for Colorado, who need as many points as they can get, because St. Louis is knocking right on the door. And also tomorrow night, Calgary at the Los Angeles Kings. Now Calgary's pretty much out of it at this point. They've lost 5 in a row and they've dropped right out of the race. But LA really needs those points. This is a huge game for the Kings. They really need those points and to win that game to keep up with Anaheim. So that should be a really good game. And LA and Calgary over the last couple of years have really built up a really good rivalry, and they don't like each other a lot. So that should be a good game. The 27th, San Jose at St. Louis. San Jose is pretty well locked into a spot. They've been playing really good hockey lately. But St. Louis has come from pretty far out. They were down and pretty well out of a playoff spot. They've won, I believe, 5 in a row now, and they're back really in a dogfight for a playoff spot with Colorado, Anaheim, and LA. So St. Louis needs that game really badly. San Jose has been playing really well lately. That should be a fantastic game. So if you have the chance to watch that, watch it. Minnesota at Nashville, also on the 27th. Division rivalry. Both teams are probably going to the playoffs. It would take a lot for Minnesota to drop out at this point, but still a really good game, two really good teams, and that should be really fun to watch. Wednesday the 28th, the only game I have that's going to be really, really good that night, Florida at Toronto. Toronto in the playoffs, they're going. Florida needs every point they can get. They are in a really, really tight race with New Jersey for the last wild card spot, and New Jersey has just pulled off 2 huge wins against Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. So Florida has got to keep up and try and pass them. So they need to beat teams like Toronto. So that should be a really good game with huge playoff implications. Thursday, the 29th, Tampa Bay Lightning at Boston Bruins. Two of the best teams in the league, the two best teams in the Atlantic Division. It's always good when those teams meet up. It's really, really fun games to watch, and should be no different this week. So Tampa Bay at Boston is always a really good matchup. And also that night, Pittsburgh at New Jersey. Again, New Jersey's in this really tight race with Florida. They need every point they can get. They've already beaten Pittsburgh once in the last few days. They need to do it again, really, to try and make it into the playoffs. They're in pretty good shape now, but Florida has games in hand, so New Jersey needs to win as many games as possible. The 30th, Friday, LA Kings at Anaheim. Not only is this the best rivalry in hockey right now, both of these teams are fighting for a playoff spot, and there's a chance only one of them gets in. So that is an absolutely huge game for both teams. Whoever wins that game kind of has the fast track to making the playoffs. So that is a massive game playoff-wise, and it's the best rivalry in the NHL right now. It's a war every time those teams meet, and this one should be no different. It's just anytime LA and Anaheim play, it's awesome. Also Friday, St. Louis at Vegas. Again, St. Louis really needs points to make the playoffs. They're in a tight playoff race right now. In Vegas leading the Pacific Division, two good teams. That should be a really, really fun matchup. And finally, Saturday, March 31st, Florida at Boston. Again, Florida, big, real tight playoff race. So they're trying to gather up as many points as possible. They have games in hand on pretty much everybody, which helps their cause a lot for making the playoffs, as long as they take advantage of those games in hand and win. So big game there. And then San Jose at Vegas, the top two teams in the Pacific Division. They're both easily going to make the playoffs, but that will still be a really good game of two really good teams. And who knows, depending on how the week goes, by then San Jose could be challenging for the Pacific Division lead, because they've been playing really, really well lately. So we'll have to see by next week what the standings look like. But for the week coming up, starting today, going through Saturday, these are the games that I think will be the best games of the week, and I will be watching as many as possible. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow on social media. Links are in the description. Spread the word and help this channel grow. Thank you very much, and talk to you guys soon.